Why do Africans leave their country again?
The government. That is right. You know it's right. The government is so corrupt. And it's so shameful. It's the government. They all look out to themselves. They don't think about us. Oh my goodness, I'm leaving. It's the government. You know that that's really magic.
Y'all trying to fight us? Are y'all trying to fight us? Because that's what I see. Like, okay, the social media platform is like this today. It's like a lot of Africans talking jokes. See, the thing with social media is this, that you get heard from, they only going to publicize the negative. The positive is not going to be there. So when you hear the negative, it drowns out the positive and makes it seem like that's everybody that's on that sort of level. And right now, there's a lot that's going on with the African community. And when I say Africa, I mean a continent. I don't mean just one country versus the black community. And this has been ongoing. Before we start, there was a proverb that you actually told me last night when we talked about this. Certain things we ain't going to be able to say because it's live, whatever. But one thing you can say about the proverb that you talked to me about two brothers.
Oh yeah, that is an African proverb. It says that when two brothers keep fighting over something, a stranger comes and take it all.
Can you elaborate? You know what that means?
Yeah, like let's say it's just the way it means. The way it says, that's just the way it means. When two brothers, two countries, two people, like from the same culture, the same race, the same something, that there's something that connects both of you to be one, but you're trying to fight over something, someone from somewhere who is not even related to you, who is not even close to you at all, will just come and take it away. So it's something, it is a say that is well known in, I think in Africa. I don't know if you guys hear.
No, I mean that's your Ghanaian thing, proverb. But
it's not Ghanaian.
African. Oh, African.
It's an African proverb.
Ghanaians are Africans, so damn. Why y'all so sensitive? Why y'all so sensitive?
If you say no, we're not. If you say Ghana, you're just trying to specialize it like just for Ghanaians. Okay. African, okay?
All right, African.
African.
Why are y'all Africans so sensitive to every little thing?
What you mean?
All right. When I say certain things, you would get upset. You be like, and you want to shut down the whole night because I said a certain thing. And I said, in my culture, that's either a compliment or that's just playfulness.
Yeah, like saying you stupid.
I'm like, you tell a joke. All right. If you tell a joke, like, yo, man, you stupid as shit, man. I like that. And then you be like,
I keep boiling. My blood is
like,
boiling.
I'm like,
you know what? I don't expect you to get that much from me, like the way you talk and I react. You should also. You've been to Africa, at least you've been.
I lived there for over a decade, but
exactly. So you should know some things that when you say it's so offensive.
Did I say that in Africa or did I say that in America?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No.
No.
Listen. It doesn't matter what you say.
When in Rome,
what matters is
when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So I hate to even use that terminology, but when in Black America, attain to Black American culture, to get to know it.
I understand that.
To be fluent in it.
But the way you've been brought up is a part of you. That is culture. It is part of you.
So you know that is a part of me.
In Africa, it's just that people are trying to imitate what Black American and what Americans have been doing and initiating it to Africans. They also imitate the same thing. But in real traditional African home, when you argue with your spouse, you don't just say you're stupid. Especially with the woman saying that to the man is so wrong.
See, when I say it, isn't a laughing matter. I'm like, yo, you stupid as shit. That shit funny.
In your culture, it's cool. That is why we have culture. It's the way you've been bring up how everything is done in your
But when you came here, you didn't know. When I said Snoop Dogg, you never heard of Snoop Dogg. When I said Denzel Washington, you never heard of them.
Because I'm not American.
Exactly. But the only American you ever heard of was Michael Jackson.
Because I'm not American, once again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my priority is also to indwell you with our culture because we have a child together, right? My child is going to come out on both cultures, but more likely more American than more Ghanaian. Even when she's spending her time in Ghana and more America, me being a dominant figure in the family, she's going to learn more from me than anyone.
Yeah.
So she's going to learn my culture and understand my culture. And when she says something, then you want to get mad at her.
Oh, I will teach her.
And she's like, Daddy.
You don't say this to your mom. You don't say this to your dad. In my tradition, though she's gonna be so peculiar about your tradition, which is where you are coming from, Black American, she's gonna be saying something, but she won't say that to me because that is not part of my tradition. Do you get that?
Well, she going to learn
You're saying I should adapt. I get that. When you go to a certain place, you have to adapt to whatever they do.
Yeah, but you still keep your culture.
It doesn't just change you automatically just like that.
Nobody said that. But you have a daughter, so it's different.
Yeah, so it's that.
She already going to look at you like, damn, Daddy, why mommy this color and we both this color?
Oh, she dares not. She really dares not.
Why mommy this color and we both this color? Why we got a long head and mommy got a square head? She will ask a lot of questions. She will ask a lot of questions.
She won't even get a chance to complete that question. I would beat her up.
Yeah, but Daddy here to save her. Well, anything that I do. I told you, my daughter, our children, they get spoiled for their first years of life. After that, when they're old enough to walk and talk and think for themselves and everything, they're going to have all them, how should I say, situations to deal with on their own.
Like I said, I get it with you saying adapting. You have to adapt to whatever environment you get yourself in. That's cool. It's understandable, okay? But it doesn't mean you should change completely. Like you said, when we're in Ghana, we have arguments. You will say, oh, this is stupid or this or that. I get it so...
Go ahead, I'm listening.
I get so mad when you say that. But when I got here, I see that it's something cool. You just joke with it. It's something you don't even have to be angry about. So...
Let me answer this then. Alright. Let's get into days. You want to put this on you or should I put it right here? Put it right here. Alright. Because this is... Well, we got 2 more days of this mess that we got to deal with. Oops.
You know, culture is just...
Alright. See, today, you know, I listen to a few things. I don't listen to a lot of YouTube. I do a lot of work. I mean, my job here, I work 4 hours a day, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon. I come home, I'm able to spend many hours in the morning, then come back a few hours in the afternoon. I do my work. I talk to my clients with the kente and traditional wear. I deal with the others who are asking me about the investment of marrying Ghana and so forth. And I'm glad that I'm busy. Then I come here, I cook, I do what's necessary for my family. All that. I do all that. But with saying that is, what is up with this thing that's going online that Black Americans are lazy that's coming from African immigrants? And now you're considered an immigrant. You understand?
I am.
And what I say is this, that what African immigrants, they are very different from the Africans that are still in Africa. And there's a long story to that. There's a lot that goes into it, that the people they let in. We had this conversation in the bedroom just a few hours ago about your brother when he come down. The reason I'm going to get into that is this. there's what I promote is, I don't want to say integration because integrations with different races. I want to say intermarrying with two different cultures or two different tribes. And it's like when your sister, whoever comes here, they're under my guidance, and they see how I am as a Black American, just like I was able to teach you things that you didn't know about us,
Right.
and knowing that the reason that you are here is because of our struggles, everything that we went through, and you're humble by it. But when Africans come here with other Africans, they don't learn that. But you were able to learn it because you was under me. And with us marrying each other, I believe that the ability is greater, a greater purpose behind that, because like I just stated, with you and me, you were able to learn about African Americans. You understood that it's us who did all the work.
Right.
And y'all sat there while y'all was colonized. We was never colonized. We was born here. And we're a small minority. And we're the only people that still fight against white supremacists. And one thing I'm going to say, white supremacy is just not white people. Because some white people are not white supremacists, but the majority are. White supremacists could be Asians, it could be Indians,
Right.
Arabs, or even Africans, or even Black Americans. So white supremacist is not color of your skin. It's the ideology that's behind
Right.
everything that you do, your mindset, what you put forth, what you truly try to get across to the people. To me, the ideology is what matters. But again, if your brother, your sister, mom, everybody come here, they learn from me, they understand it. I'm, as they say, what's the word that I use? Oh man, I'm trying to get the word in my, I can't even get the word in my head. But anyway, I'm the one who will be higher up, that they see, they look up to. Say, hey, Stephen, okay, you got us here. What is America about? What are Black Americans about? What everything about? I'm able to teach them. It's not just showing YouTube videos on 13th Amendment or stuff like that, but it's being able to conversations that we have each and every day, day in, day out, so that you understand more and more, so that you understand the culture that your daughter will have also tied with yours. See, our daughter and our sons to be, if God so bless us, coming along, she's able to see both parties, both ways, both viewpoints.
Right.
But she's both a Black American and both a Ghanaian. So therefore, she's going to have citizenship in both countries. She take that on, and she can understand the plights of the Black man, Black woman, and African man and the African woman. She could put that together and use it to her advantage to help further her people, to bring them together. And that's everything that I'm trying to do. And you see, this guy, it's many guys. Like, for instance, Tariq Nasheed that I was listening to when he was in the bedroom. His thing is, he don't want anything to do with Black immigrants, basically. And you have a lot of Black people turning their backs to Black immigrants, because when Black immigrants come here, especially when they get into the political realm, it's never about Black Americans, but it's about how can they identify with white people, Indian Asians, all this, but exclude Black people. So Black people are saying that we're going to turn our backs against you because you continue to do this over and over and over again, and it's a level of disrespect. And the one thing that I do say is that a lot of the Africans in Africa are not like this. One thing, let me ask you, if you gave a percentage wise, because I know mine in my head, the percentage of Africans all over the world that assimilate with white supremacy, meaning that they believe the white man and everything that he says, and versus the people in Africa who truly want to liberate themselves and be hitched to Black Americans do it. What would your percentage on each side be? I'm just go off your own experience.
Percentage. Maybe like 50.
50-50?
Yeah. 70-30.
Well, 50-50, 70-30 is a big leap.
70-30.
70 for who, 30 for who?
70 for the white, 30 for
Damn, I'm a black American. I was actually trying to give it 50-50. Because I know a lot of people who do want to, like, all right, like, we talked the other night, and I said we're going to leave, take a flight somewhere, and I was thinking about going to Petra or Rome or whatever, and you said, you pleaded with me that we go to South Africa, and we was watching the Phil Scott African Diaspora channel and all that, and then we started talking, but my mind, I thought was made up, but you begged and pleaded with me, can we, we're going to leave in a few months in June, you said, can we go to South Africa?
Yeah.
And I don't really have anything for South Africa because with South Africa, they're the majority and the white people are the minority, but they allowed them to take them over and take over all the land and politics and have their influence. Here, we're the small minority, but yet we're the only ones still fight against white supremacy.
Right.
So we're greater than anybody that's living on this planet. But even then, I said, okay, if that's what you really want to do, we go to South Africa. Mm-hmm. So that's where we're going, ladies and gentlemen, to South Africa. When I don't want to.
I want to be there so bad. I want to be in South Africa. Just go there.
She want to be in South Africa, not me. We're only going because she want to be in South Africa. So that's why I'm taking her third or fourth week of June or whatever. So she wants to be there. You're
going to like it. Trust me. I don't know. There's something about that country. I just love it.
Country there's a lot of things I don't like, but aside from John Malema, or if I'm not saying his name right, forgive me, with the EFF, I believe that is what, that the one who's really trying to fight for black people, the one that I listen to sometimes. I can listen to people all day and never know their names for whatever reason. Because I don't listen to names, I listen to the message. Yeah, I want the content, I listen to the message. Like when I hear they call worship music, whatever. I never know the names of people because I don't respect those people because I know what they're about. But I like the music. Well, with John Malema or Malema, I respect him because I see that he's really truly fighting for what's supposed to be in South Africa. So if I go to South Africa, man, I use every cent that I have to at least get an audience just to hear this man speak, even if it's in an auditorium or whatever. I'm gonna hear this man speak to him in person. But outside of him, I don't really have anything that I want to see in South Africa. You do, so we're going. But me?
And you know, it's funny how when blacks goes to South Africa, they hate on them, trying to get them out of the country.
Not blacks, Africans, other Africans. What they had a few years ago, that they was trying to kick the Nigerians and everybody else saying they was taking their jobs. But yet,
they said, right, that's
the
what
very white people who took over your land, took over your job, took over everything. You don't fight against black people. You don't fight against them. You don't fight against your oppressor, but you quick to fight against your brother.
So that's what I said.
Same blood.
When two brothers are fighting, a stranger comes and takes everything.
And you're really not South African or Nigeria or anything. It's all the same blood flowing through. It was those who colonizer came and cut up and set borders. Before then, it was all Kush.
And you know the funny thing, when you look deep into different cultures from African countries, there is always something that binds us. There is always something that is being done in the same
basically the same food, same culture, same dance, same music.
Exactly. But
even like you say, with Ghanaians, Nigerians, y'all go ahead, y'all fight each other, but yet y'all cousins.
As for Ghana and Nigeria, please don't go there. We are more than twins.
Yeah, y'all basically the same people, but yet you had Ghana must go. You think I don't know about that?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, come on now. I'm just serious.
That's a long time ago, okay?
But yet, everything that you do is a spirit. It's a spirit that's within everything.
The only thing that Ghanaians and Nigerians fight about is food, is jollof, and maybe girls, women. That's it.
No, it's
but
about.
We are
so it's not about Nigerians coming over to Ghana and giving them a bad reputation as far as scamming and all of that.
Yeah, you know, with that, I don't know much, but what I know, if you see a Ghanaian scammer and then a Nigerian scammer, please, the Nigerian
are 10 times more smarter.
Nigerian,
10 times more smarter. Yeah.
Right. So after they started,
where did they learn it from, though?
After they started immigrating to Ghana, and then Ghanaians also, the Ghana boys also started doing it. Everyone says that.
Remember the movie we seen last night? And a Ghanaian came to Nigeria, and she said she had to see everything. your parents, a note from the pastor, brother, sister, because she's looking like, why would a man run from Ghana to Nigeria?
But
there must be something really bad about you.
With Nigerians also, you can sometimes be I don't know, agree with them with what they're going through. You know, they are 2 times larger than us, right? The population is way bigger than Ghana,
it's
right?
more than 2 times.
Exactly. But when you see the economic standard of living, Ghana is better, a little better than Nigeria.
I know. Well, there's more corruption in Nigeria than it is in Ghana.
Exactly. So in Nigeria too, it's like they also have to fight for everything. Living there is so hard. Like
I lived there. I know. I've been there. I lived there for 2 years.
I don't even live there. I have never been there. But when you watch their documentaries and then see how their officials, their presidents, and the way they take care of things.
I'll tell you this. Maybe because I lived in Ghana longer for about almost 10 years. My 2 years in Nigeria, I never had trouble, besides one fight that I had with one guy. Outside of that, I never had problems with Nigerians. And I was out every night, drinking, drunk, whatever. I never got my phone stolen in Nigeria, but I had it in Ghana every single weekend. I
respect them because if you really see, it's like they are so hardworking. Nigerians are so hardworking, and they
all Africans are.
They fight.
All black people are.
But you have to see how the economy is and how people are living. Then you can tell how well they are working. Like how much they are surviving. Everything is expensive. The currency is so low, and then I don't know. Like there's no jobs. You have to fight for every single thing. So
all right. So let's talk about. Why do Nigerians come here in America and they want to down black Americans and Ghanaians also?
Africans. Let's just generalize everything.
All right, let's say Africans. Ethiopians do it.
Yeah.
Egyptians do it. So Kenyans do it. So Ugandans do it. So okay. Right. So let's talk about why Africans come here to America when Black Americans are the reason why they are here in the first place, and they disrespect them by saying that they're late. Yeah. That's the one thing I can't get. That's a white supremacy note that you're lazy because we the ones who built the country freely, because we were sold out of your country, sent here on a boat, going back to 1619, and we built this country freely by force. So everything you have, even the inventions that are here in America, it was done by the majority of all slaves. Meaning that even, as you know, the slave masters would tell the slaves, hey, you invent something that will benefit us, being your masters, we will pay you or even let you free, so forth. Right. So majority of the inventions, we already know. The majority of the inventions, we never got in the White House, architect by the slaves. Yeah. The internet by black Americans. The very cell phones that people use to communicate this bullshit, traffic black light. American, traffic light, radiator, refrigerator, basically everything that exists in this country.
You will never hear of those stuff.
But you don't hear from Africans. Why is that? They don't want to know, or they just don't know.
It's ignorance.
So why is the ignorance? Because we have the internet. We have the fucking internet right now. So you go look this up. When somebody say, hey, you coming against us, but we're the ones who did this work for you to be over here. You go back to the civil rights days, and I have something else to say about them years, but that's another subject about why we in the predicament that we're in, because I fucking hate what they done. But let's stay on subject. Let's stay on course. Africans need to start respecting black Americans and saying to them, hey, if not for you, we wouldn't be here. We understand the plight that you're in, because what they give us, they hold back from you because they know that you're stronger than us. You, like they say, your people as Africans run to here to have a better life.
Right.
But we don't run to there to have a better life. We fight here. 98% of us stay here and fight. But yet, anytime an African get an opportunity to run to America for what black people are already opening up to, they're quick to come here. And quick to do everything they can to make a better life for themselves. But then look down on us. And yet, not understanding that you're only here because of us and our ancestors and what we continue to fight to do. Remember, Trump wanted to not just call them everything shithole countries, but when he wanted to shut the borders to all African countries and let all the Europeans in, we was up there rallying and fighting against that. But they don't give us no credit for that.
Remember when they were voting, the voting time 2020, was it 2020, right? When the Nigerians were rallying for Trump, remember?
Yeah. In Nigeria, everybody was rallying for Trump. All over Nigeria.
Yeah, they were rallying for him.
But this is again what I'm saying, that Africans have to understand that if you really want to be from out your oppressor, you got to follow us. Black Americans, since the days that we've been over here, since the days that we've been free, we set the tone for everything. We set the tone for culture. If black Americans say, you know what, this coat or this thing or this look is not in anymore, guess what happens? It becomes something that nobody wants to do.
Yeah.
When we do the music, you say, okay, this is hip because they're doing it. Everything we do, the world follows. They hate us, but they follow everything that we do. We set the tone, and that's the spirit of God. That's the spirit of God in us.
You know, like I said, ignorance, and then also what is being shown on TV, what is being said to layman's ears. You know, when someone has no idea about something, whatever you say, they take it. You understand, right?
Like
so,
Igwe Tupac.
Igwe.
If y'all don't know this dude, Igwe Tupac. Yo, my nigga. Nigerian dude. He swore he was Tupac.
That guy is really, he's American.
No.
Really?
He's not. He's Nigerian.
I know he's Nigerian, but I think he's
not.
Related.
No, he's born, raised in Nigeria.
Oh, but I'm sure he lived here for a quite long time.
No, he didn't.
No, I'm sure of that.
Look up his
because I
bio.
heard he's been in California.
I'm sure he has been here because he got popular. But he got popular off the YouTube videos and the movies he was making. And he made enough money to do whatever.
He's just a joker.
Alright, like, I'm going to show you this video real quick.
No, let's stick to what we're doing.
No. This is based on what we're doing right now. So, this dude, listen, woman. Listen. Alright, so I said Tariq Nasheed is talking about black immigrants. And even Professor Black Truth, who I listen to every morning. And I agree with a lot that he says, but on this note, I don't agree that basically the experiment with mixing and linking up with our African people is cut off, and now we're for ourselves because we're not going to make it on our own, and they're not going to make it on their own. That's been proven. That's why things are the way they are today. But this is funny. I'm going to play this because it's funny. So every time this dude get an immigrant. It's not even a black immigrant, but it's an immigrant, and he called him cheetah piss or whatever. So I don't know what that shit means.
That's what got him famous. He's just a joker.
But cheetah piss, it's not even cheetahs in West Africa. That shit don't exist, but in South Africa.
Oh my.
So every time somebody call up, he be like, "Why you not? Hey, don't make me say no." Listen, every time he calls up, they like He's like, well, why are you not still over there? He's like, because the government is corrupt. The government. So every time they call, right, they always say because the government is corrupt. Government is corrupt. So he made this off his clips, right? Listen.
The government. It's the government.
Who's this?
Tariq Nasheed, the dude that I said going against Africans.
It's the government.
So every time an African call up and say it's the government, he said government. Listen.
Yeah, I heard that.
What was the second part?
Oh my goodness.
It's the government.
What's the breakdown?
Is he Jamaican?
He's African American. He hates black Africans.
And I'm sure these people are Africans. They are Africans.
He's making fun of Africans.
Please pause it. I don't agree to this.
He's making fun of Africans.
Why would he do that?
Because they talking a lot of shit on YouTube, social media, Twitter.
You know, actually,
Facebook.
I think it's very disrespectful when Africans come here and they try to act like black Americans are lazy. They don't do. You know why they see it that way? Because first of all, when Africans come here and they see the currency, they work for any kind of amount of money. but you guys know your value. You know the kind of what you expect out of whatever you do. You see what I'm saying? But when Africans come here, you see how when I just got here, whatever I do, I try to just make sure I convert it to my currency and see how much I spend. Yes, that is how calculative we are. But you Black Americans, this is where you were born. This is where you grown up. So you know your value. You know when I work this kind of job, you have to pay me this. This is my worth. This is my value of what I just did for you. But Africans, especially when they are here illegally, they just do anything. You
remember when I first met you? I started working for the nursing home or whatever.
Yeah.
I was working with the 2 Africans, one Ghanaian and one Liberian. The Liberian, he was a fucking coon, like a coon I never seen before in my goddamn life.
Yeah, you work for any kind of money.
Oh, I wish I remember his name because I want to put him on blast, man. This nigga, he was a Patrick. Nigga worked for NHS, whatever it was, Patrick. So he was always bragging to me because we worked overnight shift. Always bragging to me about how he just paid these black girls to have sex with him. Like that shit is cool. Like, dude, you bragging about it, and then try to get me fired when I was all started talking up against him. Like, dude, you're a fucking coon. You just never wind up leaving, getting fired, whatever. And it's a lot of him. But just like Joe, he was the one who called me when I was in Ghana, when we was in a hotel, and I said that's my guy from my old job that I was working when I first met you. And it's funny because he was for black. He's a Ghanaian. He was for everything. That one was a Liberian. And it's fucked up because Liberians are actually African Americans. African Americans, if you don't know, was moved to Liberia after the slave trade ended. And that's how Liberia became populated. So the people in Liberia are actually come from America. They were black slaves from Africa, Ghana coast, transferred over to Americas. And when the slave trade ended, they were transported a portion back to Liberia. And they got to know to be some of the most racist motherfuckers against black Americans. It shows you our demented minds. No, seriously. And like you said, like the white man plans 40, 50, 60, 70 years ahead of time. The white man is a strategist. He strategizes everything that he does. Us, like the leaders that you talk about, Africa, they think about today and what they could get.
Yeah.
We don't think about anything about our future. It's all about bling bling or how can we get a new car and stunt on fucking Instagram, this and the other. But white people sitting there plotting their whole ways about 50 years ahead of time. How their kids going to be set up.
You know, you have to understand Africans when they acting like that. But like I said, it's very disrespectful for any African to just say that you guys are lazy or because some things are better.
In the world.
Yeah, some things are better explained or understandable when you experience it.
You know what I think that needs to happen? And if Africans really want to catch up and link up with black Americans, documentaries like the 13th Amendment and many other documentaries need to be played and showed in African schools to understand the civil rights struggle and what really happened in slavery, to understand what we went through and how hard we fought to get out of our own predicament, what we was forced in, and even what we fight against today to this very moment. If that was placed in African schools, because that would show me that African leaders, African teachers, African politicians really want them to understand the plight of the black man and the black woman and link up with us so that we could benefit each other and move out of this predicament, out of this oppression. Until they do that, I don't think they're serious about anything. You're going to have these teachings going on in your schools on a daily basis, that this is a curriculum that will go on. And without that, these Africans who are allowed over here will continue to come over here and disrespect us. But if you show them that and make that a curriculum that they have to pass and make them know who we truly are, they will have to come over here and respect us.
They actually do.
I'm not saying
Ghana,
not all do.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about Ghana. You said we talking about all of Africa.
Alright, yeah, because in Ghana...
Ethiopians don't respect us.
Even if they do, what they show on TV, you know, when they show black Americans, it's all about drugs, it's all about guns, shooting each other. So that is the kind of mindset.
Why do you think that I don't allow black American movies in this house? 98% of the movies we watch are white people movies. And I say, when I say to you, I say to our children, it's because they are entertainment. That's what they are to us. They are entertainment. So this is what they're able to do for us. This is what they're worth. They are entertainment.
Yeah.
But we don't show Black American movies because it's guns, drugs, and sex over a lot of sexual ways.
Yeah.
So we watch a lot of white movies, Asian and Indians, and we tell our children that they're our entertainment, and that's all it is. Other than that, you learn about who we are and how we are the most special
Yeah, but
people in
if they
God's
show
eyes.
those aspects also on media, on TV, YouTube, whatever, social media, there will be a little bit more respect for that. Like what you guys are going through, like the people who invented this kind of technologies.
Yeah, 'cause for whatever reason, Africans think that white people ain't invented
Because
nothing.
no, there is no kind of education on that. No, none of the Africans know. I came here before I knew it was most of the Black Americans who were gone who invented some of these technologies, like the traffic light, microwave, and
Internet, cell phone, the very
I
cell
came
phone,
here before
the
I
very
knew all
cell
that.
phone they talk on and disrespect us on the same thing that black men
I
came
came
up.
here before I knew all that. So some things are better explained. Either you experience it or they are being how do you say, taught in school. You have to teach all those kind of things.
But in school, they teaching your history, a little bit of your history, but outside of that, their structure is that the white man came and conquered, and that's who he is, a conqueror, and he's Jesus Christ, so forth.
Jesus Christ.
Even when we was in a trocho, remember we was in a trocho, and the guy, pastors get on, so-called pastors, get on the trocho, and they start doing this, thing, the other, and they're holding up a picture of a white Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
And I started to say something. You
Yeah.
kept begging me to shut up.
Right, I remember when we were telling the taxi driver to take that thing off.
Yeah,
but
the taxi driver too.
Jesus
I said,
Christ
take
is
that
not
white
white.
Jesus Christ down. I said, he's not white. Take that down. You're disrespecting this abomination. And even in the trocho, I'm talking about, you begged me to shut up.
Yeah, because of the way you were saying it, the manner you were saying it. And
It
you
doesn't
know,
matter. Truth is truth.
They were getting scared because, first of all, you Black you Black American, and then your stage hand. They were getting scared. You weren't saying it politely. It's like you were so mad he put that kind of.
Oh, it shouldn't make anybody mad who know the truth. All right, where we at with this, man? Because
pretty good.
baby waking up. All right, but anyway, man.
We're going to continue this because
Yeah, this is going to be continuing
there are
going
a lot
on
of
discussion.
reasons. There are a lot of reasons why African immigrants, and for me, it is very, very disrespectful. Like I'm saying right now.
And that's why I said, you even said that when it comes to black Americans and when they're on their move to have a movement and it's collectively, you don't say a word. You just shut up and you follow.
Right. Yeah, because if you have no idea about what someone is doing or what someone is going through, you dare not speak. You don't know what they're going through until you experience it. Just imagine like the way you guys have been saying police brutality. You have never gone through that. How are you going to explain that? How are you going to be able to talk about it? Because you never experienced it. You don't have the emotion, the feeling to talk about it, how you went through it.
That's another thing that I talk about in my videos as I'm interviewing African girls now on Fridays and Saturday nights at 7 p.m. But yeah, so it's like with our child. Now she's a Ghanaian citizen, but also American.
Right.
Now she has the backing of the country of Ghana. If anything would have happened to her and our children, something like that, the Ghana government is in an uproar. With us as black Americans, nobody's in an uproar because we don't have a country. And that's another way that I say that to intermarry ourselves gives us a better structure, more power, better ally. Because our kids are not just American, they're of Uganda, Kenya, this, that, and the other. So you want to cross them, you want to cross our children. Now that government is on top of you.
Exactly.
And it's going to come to a point that sanctions ain't going to work no more. Because just like Gaddafi tried to do, someone else like Malema is coming up. And sooner or later, people will bond. Our leaders, because we have new leaders coming up. The younger ones see the old people are nothing. They're worthless. They see that the leaders in place now are worthless. They don't do anything for us. Shout out to Mali. Shout out to Mali. But they see that. So hopefully the younger ones who come up don't get corrupted. And they see that even putting your life on the line is better than dying a coward. Because when you put your life on the line for your people, God is going to bless you and yours. Right. When you wake up and open your eyes, you're in a better place. You're in a place of eternal life. But if you die a coward, selling out your people, there's nothing but internal punishment
Yeah,
for you.
that's why they said either you die for something or you die for nothing.
No, they say stand for something or die for nothing.
That's the saying.
I fucking hate cowards, man.
You know, so I heard someone say that African families will be enlarged when we get married to each other. Like,
It will.
yeah,
We already
races, you just
listen. If we get our military right in Africa, we join with Black Americans, military, everything goes.
Yeah.
Nuclear abilities. There's no one who's gonna mess with us. We finally go back to being the ones who were the original people who ran this place. Now, even then, when that happens, then you got to deal with a lot of tribalism again. But my whole point is, let's get through this first, and then we'll deal with that.
You know, why do we even fight other races? Like, it doesn't.
It's not about color or skin. It's about sinfulness.
Oh my goodness! The only thing we should be fighting about is human race. So.
Until aliens come here and wage war on us, we will never unite.
Yeah.
If aliens came from the sky, from outer space, and waged war on us, black, white, Indian,
Then
Asian, we will
recognize-
all unite. We won't recognize color ever again.
Right.
It will be
There's
nothing about
like
color.
black and
It will
white.
be about the human race. And it's true. Black and white is a construction of people who were white supremacist racists. And it dwindled down into their children because other people taught their children. White people are not inherently evil, but it's what they're taught.
They've been taught.
It's what they're taught. And like I said, I can't say 100% of nobody. Just like I can't say 100% of black people, this and the other. We're talking about the majority of the world that we live in. And that's just what it is. But like I said, man, we're put on this planet as individuals and as a group to overcome what we have going against us. Right now, we know what it is, the source of it all, but when we have the outlook on whatever it is and what we're going through, we have to come together to finally rid ourselves of our oppressor. And African cannot do, all 50 countries in Africa can unite, they cannot do it without us. And we can't do without all the countries in Africa uniting with us.
One people.
One people,
We
no
are
borders.
One people. And that is why, I don't want to say white or other race can easily get to the black people by getting someone from the black. From their black family, like black country or whatever. It's easy to get to your enemy through your enemy's enemy's friend, right? Or what they call
My
it.
enemy is your enemy.
Oh my goodness.
Let me ask you one more question before we go. Why do Africans leave their country again?
The government. But he's right. You know he's right. The government is so corrupt. And it's so shameful. It's the government. They all look at themselves. They don't think about us. Oh my goodness, I'm leaving it. You know that that's really magic.
It's the government. 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 The government. The government. It's the government. It's the government. The government. It's the government. It's the government. It's the government. It's the government.